fight the power like BITCHUTE.
What's the status, 3?
I'm good, just making the world a better place, that's all.
Between earth and God, I'm a byproduct. I come from a family of hustlers. That byproduct, money is the root of all evil. But I'm still trying to find a large profit. It's a mirage, they live in a facade. I was smoking thigh and had a talk with God. She told me why she named me John. I art the scriptures to shed light on the darker picture. If you my dog, I'm barking with you. Be feeling the star of wisdom. My homie Chuck told me it was giants on earth before me. And chemtrails, we inhale, that's another story. Mercury is used to check temperature. The sun is the spirit sink in us. The moon is the portal, assuming you important. Central term. Mars is wars as the M term. And change words, I'm in the game for change service. I'm about to disassemble a bomb, I ain't nervous.
Drake, Dragon, Draco, Draconian, land of the giants, ice wall, Patagonian, lexicon, word wizardry, speaking Babylonian, highway to the vortex, shooting out the fallopian, low vibrating light, king of the material, mark of the beast, nanotech, scanning serial, the mental dead, carried by 6 to your burial, the lights is out. No resurrection, broken power grid, no interconnection. The Grim Reaper, I'm so collecting. 6-shot, hollow tip, rubber grip, Smith & Wesson. Bitch, repent when God is in your presence. Your aura is weak, uproot your essence. I walk through darkness, highly illuminated. Eyes blazing with fire, with blades double serrated. Hunting down clowns I double hated. Hit so hard your jaw is elongated. Shatter egos like they was glass plated. This was long overdue, past dated. One shot deal, it is as is and no recreation. All praises due to my parents for making. Always appreciate and never abated. One.
The A is the M like the A is the E. Where earlier I said, hey, you know how somebody say, hey. That's AI. And that's the dream, like, don't people say, hey, I'm dreaming. Am I dreaming?
Hey. Am I dreaming, dudes? Man, imagine having a door like this to your bedroom. Imagine that was your bathroom door. Right? And you had diarrhea and you couldn't open that door. Your butt cheeks are rootin' tootin'. Pretty much amazed on how they took this, like, footage from the 1890s and then they colorized it. I mean, it's not the best of color, but still, I mean, that's well over 100 some odd years, 120 something years, and we don't even know if the time we're counting is correct. Like, the moon cycles, it takes 9 moon cycles for a baby to be born. It takes her 9 months to get me here. I finally made it. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. My star got 6 points, so I burn brighter. My star got infinite points. Alright, enough of this. Okay. Who seen the moon last night? Oh yeah. This is the moon. I mean, I got a video too, but you could literally see the interference, man. I mean, if that ain't a perfect plate, I don't know what is. I know one thing, it was extra bright. Look at the cross and the moon. That's a sign. So who heard about Humpty Trumpty? They tried to take him out again? I mean, come on. You gotta be kidding me if people are falling for this shit. Like, they're really trying to pull their trump card with this one, if you know what I mean. They're desperate. Yep. They're desperate. They're trying anything they can because people are waking up to their nonsense. So, but anyway, as we see here, this lines up to the front of the gray house. I mean the White House. I mean the house that's white. So I don't like calling it a White House because it sounds like you're saying it's for white people only. It's a house that's white. A lunar eclipse today? Interesting. Very interesting. Alright. So, let me see. I hope this ain't dead. My laptop ain't dead. Shit, I forgot to charge this beast. Oh, man. Anyway, I have to wait a few. I really want to, that guy has that channel, They Live Truth. That guy is cool, man. Doesn't matter that, you know, I'm not looking at him like he's a Christian man, if I'm not mistaken, but that's not the point. The point is his message, and he's about revealing. What's he revealing, Chuck? You will see. You will all see. You're gonna shoot your eye out. That's a better one, that which is Take Back Your Power Tuesday. And damn it, why didn't I think of that? I might change it to that. That's a good one, man. Take Back Your Power Tuesdays. Here we go. Shit. Let me go dig this out first. Oh, come on. Oh, for real? Faceplay? I didn't know that was him too. Huh. I recognize his voice, mother. I like his content, man. He's very good at. And I always. He missed a few things, and I put it in the comments, and people are like, "You beat me to it." I like the way he does his videos too. The way at the end he always puts the part with the glasses in the movie They Live. I like that movie They Live. Well, it's not a movie; it's a documentary, but you know. All right, I'm gonna pull this schmidio up, dudes. Do 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 do. Bing bong. My name's Donald J. Trumpus, and they try to take me out again. I wonder what Rich Blumenthal or Blumenthal has anything to do with this. Did this happen in Connecticut? Because Richard Blumenthal is a piece of that's in the Connecticut. Man, that dude's a scumbag. Like, I think a lot of these governors and shit and mayors, they went to prison in Connecticut. A lot of them. And yet they could still come out and be in politics. Like, people need to wake the fuck up. Like, these people, I don't know. I have my opinions with this Constitution. But, yeah. These people are manipulators. They're gonna manipulate you.
Booting me out. Booting me out, Johnny. Let me switch over to my phone. Fuck this shit. It's all stagnant. Uh-oh. Come on, faceplant. Get a signal. Oh, man. Oh, plant gets a signal. Huh. Bingo. Wow, what happened, faceplant? Huh. Look, faceplant is invisible, man. Interesting. Interesting. Can you hear me, faceplant? I guess not. That's ironic, man. That you know, I like Polo too. Growing up, Polo had some good gear. But all in all, the moon was beaming last night. She was looking beautiful. Actually, she was beaming so bright I couldn't see the detail on the moon. All right, hold up. Hey. Yeah, when I heard about Humpty Trumpty again, I said, no fucking way, dude. I said, man, you can't be more blatant. Like, imagine it was real and these people are really trying to take them out. You know what I mean? But I don't buy any of their shit, man. It's just all so phony. Like, to me, it's all so phony. They're not even good at what they do. Their magic's falling apart. It's becoming see-through to a lot of other people. Like, their magic is literally weakening. Their spells are just weak. They're draining themselves, trying to obtain so much energy for evil and anger. It's draining. These people have no inner peace. They front like they do yoga and shit. They be all in inner peace, but inside, if you could turn these people and flip them inside out, you'd fall out and die, what you would see. Is he dead? What do you mean, is he dead? Alright. Dun, dun, dun. That's what I do when I see the cops coming. I'm like, do. See ya. Do.
Mm, mm, mm. Man, these trains are like something else. Technology back then was just high end. I was looking at some of these old trains from the 1890s and stuff. I mean, these people traveled in some beautiful luxury. Looks like one of them leather chairs that my grandfather would have in his apartment and let nobody sit in it. Nobody. Sit in his chair and he might pull the revolver out, the Colt 45, and be like, bing bong. Wow, look at this fucking insane, dude. It's like fucking dude, man. Paula. Hey, Danny Skylark, Rachel. I'm off dry. No, the audio went out for a little bit.
Mic check. Check. 1, 2. Check.
Check the mic check, checkity check the chisel.
Chalak.
It seems cops are more brutal today,
Cheney.
man.
Check. Yeah, they're
Look at
getting
this.
bad around here. One guy. They're getting charged for shit now. Like, they're losing their shit.
They
One
should be
cop got
personally
charged.
sued and held accountable personally, right? Faceplant, you know? They need to be held accountable out of their own pocket, not taxpayers' money.
Yeah, if they're in a lodge, like the police association or whatever it's called in your area, that's another lodge, right?
Fraternity of police.
Then they'll just
We have the Elks Club.
somebody who's not in the lodge. They'll
There's
pass it
a
off into somebody who's not in the lodge, right?
yeah, I have a lodge up the street from where I live. There's probably other ones
They
that I
can't
don't
go
know
after
about.
each other.
What was that?
I forgot. It's weird, man. It's things I forget. It's weird.
We got the Elks Club
Like,
and then the Lions Club.
yeah, and a guy. It was like a big old folks home called Lions Manor. They built here. A guy I worked with died there. He fell off a balcony. The bricklayer.
That's
He was
wild.
doing laborer's work. He was doing laborer's work carrying bricks up a ladder from the balcony up to the next floor. And the ladder came out and he fell down 8 stories or whatever. And I had just worked with him a few weeks before that. I think he was getting ready to retire, cash in all his pensions and shit, and then he died.
Hey, Axis. Yeah.
Can you see this?
Oh, that's what I wanted to show. A little bit.
Can you see this?
Hold on. Let me put on the full page. Solo, dolo. Yeah, negative and positive. Is that a charger?
How come I only got a half screen?
No, seriously, I don't know.
Milwaukee cordless tool battery, and this is a speaker. It's got Bluetooth, but I got it plugged in. It's like a headphone jack you can use too from your headphone, and it's really good sound on this thing. And then you can plug the phone in, charge the phone on it, and it's got Bluetooth, and you can plug your headphone jack wire into it.
That'll come in handy.
It was on people for half price, but they didn't have. So this is the demo. I got it for $40, like regular $130.
Milwaukee's decent, especially with their drills and stuff. They're all right. I just would think America would want to make their own stuff. I think that is an American company, right? Isn't Milwaukee is American?
Side.
What do you think? You think Milwaukee is made in China, or do they have factories here? Probably in China too. Just like Stanley Tools. I remember when man, that's sad. Stanley Tools. Man. Look at this is the police in New Britain, Connecticut. Hold on. Hold up. All right. So I remember the morning I was going out for a walk. Boom. I hit the corner. I looked down the street. It's blocked off. There's all sorts of cops, state cops, regular city cops, and you name it, neighboring towns. And this woman, I don't know how it happened, but a cop hit her struck her down and killed her. And this was early morning when traffic isn't even. So I don't know what happened, but
No, I can't hear you.
huh? No one could hear me. But she was a mother. I think she had 3 children, maybe 4. I know the guy. He's I wouldn't say he's like well, I'm cool with him, but he's not like a friend I hang out with all the time. But you know, those children still had a mother, and now they don't. You know, I can't imagine him having to tell his children that their mother's gone. The cop obviously didn't get in any trouble. As usual. Protect and serve who? Not us. They might be protecting and serving the rich people, but it sure as heck ain't us. Yeah, I'm not going to be on here long. I figured I'd come on to say what's up, but I'm going to end up eating some breakfast and then relaxing. So then I could go tonight. Oh, my bad. My bad. Life is like a box of chocolates. Candy sent me to this guy's website. I mean, not website, sorry. His channel. And the knowledge he's dropping is the type of stuff I have always been interested in. Hey, look at everyone's friend, Mark Twizane. He said, if you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. If you read the newspaper, you're misinformed. Give me 2 seconds. I gotta use the bathroom.
Hello, can anybody hear me?
I hear you. Can you hear me?
Hey, I can fucking hear you. Nice. Chuck, can I hear you?
Fucking amazing. I think Charles went to the bathroom.
Oh, I didn't know I was coming in. I don't get to hear anything when I'm coming in. Ah.
Paula,
Yes.
did you hear anything about the supposed lunar eclipse today? I think it's today.
Yeah, tonight at like 10:13 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for us anyway.
It's supposed to be visible all over North America.
Yeah.
So the thing about that, like the moon phases, you see the moon as it goes across the sky. It maintains the same shape as it goes across the sky during the day, right? Whether it's half moon or crescent moon or full moon, right?
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah.
Yeah, so that doesn't make sense. It's obviously not the Earth's shadow if it stays the same all the way across the sky all day or night or whatever it is.
Okay, I have to think about that.
So the same with the lunar eclipse. If it stays the same all the way across the sky, then it's obviously not the Earth's shadow from the sun.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, I looked in Stellarium, and what is going to be, I think it's called conjunct,
Oh,
is one planet directly on top of another planet in, the view from Earth, is what we'll see from here.
Supposedly,
It'll be the moon and Saturn. Saturn will be behind the moon.
So what I'm saying is, if it's not the Earth's shadow, then what is it? It's one of the is Rahu or Ketu or something else.
Well,
Rahu,
Rahu Ketu for me is, they say it's the north and south poles of the moon, but I think it's the black sun.
well, look at Enoch. They said, I forgot, I think it's the book of Enoch, when this God or this creator created the sun and moon, they were both created with a partner too. It's a possibility, because I've seen footage where the sun was being eclipsed and the guy pans to the right and the moon's is chilling. So what the F was eclipsing the sun?
Yeah. There's some kind of other lucent orbs around up there.
I think it's the black sun. That's my newest revelation. I think it's the black sun. I've got videos of shit like that on my channel, little short videos.
We were talking about this maybe a year ago, and we're discussing whether the black sun is below us and the sun in the sky is like a projection of the black sun sky.
Or
And I have
whatever, yeah.
I've had video of that just from a regular digital camera, looking through binoculars at the sun with using the monitor as a TV, looking through a camera that I had plugged into the VCR, and I could see that black dot in the middle of the sun.
Oh yeah, that black dot in the middle of the sun. That could also be the case. The vision that I had about it during the last eclipse, I think, or the one before it, anyway, was that the dot in the center doesn't have a name, ironically. You used to be able to zoom into it in Stellarium. You can't anymore. But the star that is directly in the center of our sun it's a black dot, like a black sun. And at least it used to be. And it's only named star. It just says star. It's not just a number. It just says star. And you used to be able to zoom past the sun and up to the star, but you can't do that anymore. But I think because you know how a binary star system works. It's like that figure 8. They do this cosmic dance. They call it a cosmic dance, figure 8. And at one point, it's gonna both meet like in the middle. And I think that is when the eclipse happens. And I don't think it's always the same speed that they're always moving. That's why it can be years before there's another eclipse. I think that it changes. I don't think it's a constant, like let's say time speeding up or slowing down type scenario.
I was in Mexico it was 2000, I think it was. And there was some kind of lunar eclipse. It was like and I could see, it was just getting dark, and I could see a shadow going over the moon. And then once it covered the moon, and then the moon was like orangey red kind of, and it was a full moon, and the moon went across the sky, and all night it stayed like that. It stayed like that all night. And that, this is before I realized any of this this stuff that I do now, and I was just wondering, like, something just doesn't make sense about that.
Candy said Polaris is moving, but I got an issue with that. A lot of these people, you know, it's creative how they took the moon and made a map out of it. That's a strong possibility. And I give them credit for even thinking that, because I would stare at the moon for a long time when I was younger and wonder, what? I knew something was up with the moon. I'm like, that's just not no fucking ball of dust, rock floating in the air. It don't make sense. But now they say okay, because they say the pole be shifting, and you know, they always try to blame Mother Earth for these things that happen, or natural resets. I think all these disasters and resets are man-made, man. Mother Earth, they blame Mother Earth more or less, not us, but they say, oh, the pole shifted and it wiped everyone out.
There are stars that move and stars that don't. And last I checked, Polaris isn't a wandering star, just like the 9 planets.
Have you ever looked at the Big Dipper?
Oh, yeah.
Now, suppose it, first of all, I've heard it said that Polaris is the brightest star in the sky, but it's not.
Yeah,
it's not
the highest star, too. Like, picture an umbrella up there. Polaris would be the tip of the umbrella. The black sun would be the handle, because they say the black sun is shining straight up, and then it comes out like an umbrella, the sun and moon, allegedly. I got maps that show that. It comes out like a... Let me see if I can find that map.
So, yeah, if the North Star is the center of the clock, and the outside of the Big Dipper, the farthest away from the handle, those 2 stars that make up the side of the pot, call it that.
They're the arms of the clock.
Those 2 stars supposedly are pointing at the center, at the North Star, which is the center of the clock. And as the Big Dipper goes around, those 2 stars keep pointing at the North Star as they go around.
Well, they are the arms of the cosmic clock, the big arm and the little arm. And they make that sign, the swastika, as they go around the polar star, Polaris.
Yeah, so if I look at the Big Dipper at night, say 10 o'clock at night, it appears in the northwest, to the northwest of the North Star, and then at 4 in the morning, the top of the Big Dipper, the top of the pot is level, and then early in the morning, like early in the morning, it's going towards the east. The Big Dipper is more in
it's
more in, let me finish, man. It's more in the east, and but the 2 stars that make up the outside of the pot are still pointing at the supposed North Star. So it's like a hand of a clock, a 24-hour hand of a 24-hour clock. Those 2 stars of the Big Dipper.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
So you can take a plumb bob, you know what I mean, and you can tell the time by the position of the 2 stars on the Big Dipper.
Yep.
Now this kind of explains how the black sun's underneath. But I have a better map. I gotta find it to give more justice to show.
And there's something called the lunar nodes, which I don't get. I can't grasp the concept of the lunar nodes.
Yeah, I'm with you there. That's why I think it's, you know, the black sun has something to do with it. With at least the solar eclipse.
And with the East Indian cosmologies, they explain Rahu and Ketu. One is eating the sun, like when during the eclipse, one of them is eating the sun.
Yeah, that's how they would say it in, yeah, I would say ancient times, eating the sun, like Pac-Man. So yeah, there's a lot to ponder with all of that. Because I saw one that was a Mason talking about the black sun, and he was showing like a hole in the center of that disc and saying sometimes it comes up through the center. So, but this picture seems to be showing it going around in a circle.
One thing about Masons, I have never heard an admitted Mason speak on flat Earth truths.
I
like
have on TikTok.
There might be a Mason that doesn't say he's a Mason that will say flat Earth stuff, but I've never heard an admitted Mason speak out on flat Earth, quote unquote, flat Earth truths.
Yeah. I only heard the one, so, and he could be, you know, I'm not saying he's right, by the way. He could be, you know, a psyop. We don't know.
Yeah, he could be a controlled opposition, admitting
to
flatness,
figure everything out because of all the
a different thing on it, making a fake rabbit hole about it, possibly.
Yes, a fake rabbit hole. Yeah, just to keep you distracted from the things that really matter, which are really just don't be a dick, don't be a bitch, be the best you can be. You could die any minute. Do you want that assholey thing you just did to be the last thing you ever fucking do? That's my new message, especially for the asshats out there. You really, if you were to die in 5 fucking minutes, is what you're saying or doing right now useful to you or anyone else? Or are you restarting drama and losing your damn mind and acting like a crackhead and you want that to be the last thing you ever do? That's the new message, because they are trying to unalive us.
Yeah, I need to be reminded of that, Paula. Seriously.
Yeah.
I dropped my phone.
It's my damage I'm advertising when I'm being an asshat, like you say.
No. I don't think I've ever butted heads with you. I don't think you've ever really been an asshat. I'm talking about the actual asshats. You know, the reason I disappeared for a while.
That's what I mean. Like in the world. In the world, how I'm seen, how I behave. Being in the world, not of it.
Us saying the truth to them makes them think we're being an asshat because they love to lie and hate the truth. But we love the truth and hate the lie, so we're going to butt heads with them. We are their bane as they are our bane.
Look at his monster
because that's my actual last name, Bane. B-A-N-E. Bane. I am their bane.
Yeah, there's herbs. Herbs have the with bane on the end. Some herbs, like wolf bane. It's supposed to keep werewolves away.
It's supposed to be good for you, though. I think that's, it's got a weird name, but it's supposed to be good for you. But yeah, I have figured it out. I am the bane of all evil beings. I came here to be a thorn in their side, and I think I do a good job.
Look at this fish, face plant. You ever see a fish this big? I should have let it come out the water more before I screenshotted it. I've never seen a fish this big, man. And I went deep sea fishing a little in right off the coast of Rhode Island and Connecticut in the real open ocean. We left I think it was New London or Groton Sub Base. We left from that and went out
That's like
there.
those giant catfish off around Florida get up to 300 or 400 pounds apparently. But there's sturgeon in the rivers here that are like supposedly they're like 1,200 pounds a sturgeon, and a sturgeon is such an ancient fish. They've even found them still alive, buried in the mud when they're plowing when they're making a farmer's field with bulldozers. They found them still alive in the mud.
What? Weird.
Yeah, they need to let them live, man. Because these people see big fish like that, and that means they're old, you know? Let them live. You know, they lived it this far, but people, nope, they got to fish it out. A lot of people, they got to kill it. You know, it's mainly fishing wrong and hunting wrong. Like, there's ways to hunt. You can't just shoot anything because you need the women and you need the babies. Now, if you get an old buck or something, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know shit about dares, but when you're hunting, you got to think about reproducing too. You can't be a, you know, a lot of these hunters just want to hunt.
We all hunt them to
Yeah, any
extinction.
hunter I talk to is going after the biggest buck, right? And I tell them, like, you're reducing the size of the population by taking out the biggest buck, say, and then the population that gets smaller and smaller animals.
Well, they let you get a special license to hunt the freaking does. No, that should not be a thing. Are you insane? They're the ones that make the babies. They'll die eventually. Can you just let them grow old and die? That'd be great. There shouldn't be no special licenses to kill the does. Just the deer, the male.
Yeah, they won't even let our grandparents grow old and die in peace. So, you know, I don't even know why I ever think you're Borgin.
They don't let any of us die in peace. Die when
Sir Borgalot. Sir Borgalot. Like Sir Mix-a-Lot. Anyway, that was stupid.
There's millions of
Everybody's Borging out, man. What's going on?
Millions?
Everyone's Borging out. You were Paula, and now Faceplant's Borging.
Oh, so you guys all sound good to me, except for he's having a hard time getting through. Faceplant's having a hard time getting through. Don't mute. Try it again.
Come on, Faceplant. You gotta take control like Neo.
Do it.
Take control like the one.
Yeah. Tell it no. This is my time.
You know what's funny? They came out with Neo, right? And then I remember when Jet Li came out with the movie The One, and he had like they say there's 7 heavens and we might exist on 7 different planes, and well, that was the movie The One, if I'm not mistaken. Which I like Jet Li. He did pretty good in that movie, but when I used to think like, damn, like, were they biting off of the Matrix? Because the Matrix, Neo is the one. That's what Neo is backwards. And
yes,
I'm thinking like, and then that movie comes out, which kind of is the same thing as the Matrix a little bit, but it's dealing with different dimensions. And the whole point of the movie, I don't know if he was trying to kill all the other ones like him. It's been so long since I've seen that movie with Jet Li. Oh, face plant tapped out.
No, he's gone. No.
You know, sometimes when I sit back and I start thinking negative, it's like a disease, or it's like a parasite being injected into my mind. And it starts to
Yeah.
spread. Like the thought, as soon as I start thinking, then comes the depression right after. I could feel my whole body start to change when I start thinking negative. Same
You
thing
get
when I have
heavy.
thought.
They're called burdens in the Bible. Heavy burdens. Yes. The world, the weight
And
of the world on your shoulders.
I remember one day going through like spending a weekend in the jail cell when you get arrested and no one bonding me out. And I was thinking, I was like, man, I said, now I get it. I get what the Bible talks about being in hell and suffering, but we create that within ourselves. It's not an actual hell you're going to go to. It's a hell you create while you're here. All your regret, right? If you do these so-called sins, you're going to live with the regrets and they eat you up. It replays in your mind. Just like, remember when they said the guy will stab you in the eye, rip it out, and then it'll do it again and again. That's every time you remember it. It's like your eye being ripped out, the pain.
Yeah. So don't be a fuck up, like I said, but because the world is busy. The world is busy already creating a special little hell for all of us. If we fuck up too, now we're just adding insult to injury and kicking ourselves when we're down and then becoming your own worst enemy. And a lot of people do that because that's what they're used to seeing and living through, because that's what the governments do to us. But like I said, save yourself, SAVIOR, self, save the world one person at a time. Be your best every day as best you can. If you're going to be angry, only be angry, not because you got caught at doing something wrong. Don't cry because you got caught doing something wrong. Be angry because of injustice. Cry for real reasons. Or stop laughing at stupid shit and only laugh at the things that are actually funny. Like literally, check yourself before you wreck yourself type scenario. When I get angry, I am angry for justice. I know the difference between right and wrong. I never do anything wrong to get angry at someone for catching me. Don't do the thing in the first place. Do it only if it's going to, because you want that to resonate. You want that to ripple effect out into the world. If you screw up, that's going to ripple effect. If you do good, then that's going to ripple effect. And I don't see your microphone muted, so if you're trying to talk, I can't hear you now. It's dead silent, but you're not muted. And I know we're still live, so it's ticking away. The time is ticking away. Are you there? Nope. Yeah, it's wandered away. Well, at least the audience heard me. Or are you trying to talk?
No, I'm
I
here.
hear stools.
I was,
There you go. Okay.
I was grabbing my coffee though.
Could you hear me when I was talking?
Yeah. All right.
Oh, good.
Candy, are you at work? Is there any way you could drop that guy's link in the chat if you're not busy? People should check this Candy sent me a link, man. I appreciate it. I've looked over that guy's work on Pinterest, and he has a lot of photos and stuff, but I could never find his videos, and boom, all of a sudden, I get the channel link, which was cool. I'm gonna jump off here in like 15 minutes.
Okay.
I gotta fucking make some food.
Wow.
Sucks.
Baseline is.
Oh, who's coming up?
Talk and say some shit today. Hey, True Song for the last 15 minutes. Woohoo!
What's up, True Song?
Can we hear you?
Uh-oh.
You're talking. Oh, no. Shit.
Uh,
So the other day, when my tablet died and I left your show, and the last thing I said while you were talking was no, and it sounded like I was saying no to something you were saying when I wasn't. Apparently, you can still talk as it's even your tablet's turning off. It sent that last audio through as it was dying. I said no. And it took it on through, and you recorded it.
Yo, what's good, Chuck?
There, I can hear you. Hey.
hold on.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Oh no! And then I couldn't hear him, and he was gone. It's exactly how it happened last time. Wow.
You know, I think the moon is more or less like the thing. I don't agree with the guy in that video. He says the moon controls the tides. No, I think it has to do with the black rock at the center, which could be a tree stump, which was left over from the big tree at the center. Just like this realm could mimic the human body, being the tree of life at the center is the spinal cord, right, and the tree is like would be like the branches are your hands, your fingers, and all the way down from micro to macro, your nerves branch out. All that looks like, parts of trees and stuff.
What's good, Charles? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, I don't know, man. My phone keep messing up, man. I don't know when let me in at first, man. How you doing, Miss Sigma? Sigma female, how you doing? You doing good?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, what's the topic? I heard y'all talking about Polaris earlier, and the solar
What do you
system.
know about it?
Well, they say Polaris is Satan. First, I heard Christians say that's Jesus' throne. I've heard people say that's Satan's throne or the eye of Lucifer.
The
It's
throne
They put all this spooky
is
stuff on it.
what's his name? Polaris is our spiritual star. A lot of the ancestors use Polaris to like go north because it's stagnant. If you go to the Georgia Guidestones and you look at that hole, Polaris is in the same exact spot every time. But Polaris is our spiritual star outside of the firmament
That's
dome.
impossible if we're on a what?
Yeah, yes. That's why they try to demonize Polaris and try to keep us away from it. But that's what I'm saying. It's our spiritual star. That's our real sun.
Hey, I've heard Clinton talk about the North Star. They always talk about their North Star. It's our North Star.
Right. Why you think it's so called? I don't want to say slavery. Well, my ancestors were prisoners of war here on the American continent on Temeri. They would use that northern star because it lined up with different star constellations. This is why those Masons and those entities built the Georgia Guidestones and on that geographical landmass down there in Georgia because they know where it aligns at. You got to think they know astrology. They understand astrology, so they know what certain pyramid, where
didn't
certain
have
rocks lines
it.
up with the star constellation. You gotta think they took our knowledge. They didn't really take our knowledge, they hijacked our knowledge. So they know
Yes.
about these things that my ancestors knew about. It's just common
Yep.
sense.
Yep. Crap, what else was I going to say about that? Shit. I lost my thought listening to you because it was good stuff. Shit.
Yeah, it's just common sense. You know, the moon, like people talk about the moon is a negative battery. Like the moon wasn't always that moon up that you see in the sky wasn't always here.
Right, that's what they say, even though the Bible says it was from the beginning, when the
Nah,
sun was created.
that
Blah,
moon
blah
was
with
brought
that.
here. That moon was brought here from a different star constellation on the tail end of a
Mhm.
comet. I say this all the time. 20,000 years ago, it was brought here. Even though time don't exist, but I'm going off a Gregorian calendar. But you know,
Yes,
that's
exactly.
when it was.
I
You know,
hear
that's when
you
they
there.
parked it here.
Yes. No, I hear you. Keep talking while we can fucking hear you, dude.
No, I'm
Dude,
You
saying
can
our
take it.
original moon was called Chesney. The original moon was called Chesney. The ancestors looked up in the sky one day and seen that moon up there. So I'm saying the moon, everything revolves around the moon because the moon is an artificial celestial body. Like I say all the time, you got a moonetization, moon day. You know, everything
Moons.
revolves
Yep.
around the lunar
it
cycle,
takes
revolves
it
around the
takes
moon.
nine moon cycles for us to be for
There
the
wasn't until the moon
the
showed up.
mother. It takes 9 cycles of the moon for you to have growth with the frequency in your mother's womb. Damn, I gotta write that down.
Okay,
9
I
Right.
just said
cycles of the
something too.
moon.
Also,
A woman's period
it,
is affected by the moon.
yeah.
By the moon. The moon is an energy weapon. It's really an energy weapon. You know,
Oh
they
God,
use
yes.
it.
But
It's
they
nothing but a
also
big
used it to put
satellite.
us
It's
under
really nothing but a
time.
big old spacecraft. That's all it is. And they parked that motherfucker
They,
here. It don't belong here. That moon up in the sky don't
they,
belong here.
right. But then
Right?
they put us under a 30-day month because of the moon. So what was it before the moon fucking showed up? You know?
Say that one more time. I couldn't hear you. My bad. Say it.
The moon, you said the moon came in later on the end of a comet or whatever. And then we have the months, the moons. But they
Right,
couldn't
but
have done that without the moon being there. So what system did they use before that moon was brought in? A whole different time, or
everything
no
went off.
time.
Everything revolved around the universe. Everything revolved around
Hmm.
the omniverse. Mankind came in and brought a Gregorian calendar that revolves around a lunar cycle. So that's what kept the age of Pisces going. That ties
Uh-huh.
to monotheistic religion ties to the moon too because it's Pisces energy.
Yes.
It's patriarchal energy. Lunar.
Yep. It sure did.
It's a lunar cycle. It's a spell of sleep. We've been asleep under a lunar cycle, under the
Mm-hmm.
moon cycle. So when we talk about Polaris and all this stuff, we're going into a sun cycle. It's a 26,000 year precessional cycle. Everything moves off a galactical clock.
Mm-hmm.
So we're leaving the lunar cycle, the moon cycle. The moon cycle is phasing out. That's why they came out with that movie called Moonfall. Because once
Mm-hmm.
the lunar cycle phases out, everything we know from the Pisces era phases out. Religion, government,
Yes. Yes.
politics, fiat
Yes. Yes.
currency, the veil of
Yes.
sleep. This is why we're starting to see more. This is why the veil is starting to thin out because the lunar cycle is
Yes.
phasing out.
Yes. Hell yeah. I know all of that. Yes, you are correct. And it gets me excited. I can't wait. And that's why they're all in a panic right now, because they can't stop. And their time is running out, so they want to be as evil as they can be before they run out of time.
Right? It's getting hotter
But they
here, right?
lose.
It's supposed to be 90 degrees all this week. I'm telling y'all, when October and November comes around, it's gonna probably be 80, 90 degrees depending on where you at. I'm telling you that now.
Well, I've been calling for an Indian summer because I'm tired of the damn 9 months of cold weather and 3 months of warm weather, 4 if you're lucky. I'm calling for an Indian summer.
You said an
So
Indian summer?
Indian summer, that's what they used to call it, when summer went on longer than it should have.
Right, because this is a tropical planet. So I'm saying I'm Indian
Yeah,
myself.
but
We tropical beings. We're not used to getting cold. Cold weather come from Nern. Cold weather comes from the dark side of the moon, wherever they come from. These entities come from. It never got cold here. Cold. The reason why they make it cold here that way they can exist here, and it's a
preach.
weapon used against us because it's inorganic. It's not natural.
God, that came from my belly. Preach.
All praises due to Jesus the fucking Jew.
No,
Oh, my bad.
Hey man,
don't get all
I
that good
forgot this
stuff he's
dude's
saying
name.
taken down.
I don't know if you heard of this guy before. Hold on, let me go look him up real quick for you. His name is you ever heard of the dude named?
No,
You
I
said
never heard of
Homer,
that
I
guy.
think. I think Homer is also the Orion constellation. Orion is also Gomer. Orion is also the actual throne of God, Christ. God, he's called Nero also. It's scary, all of the different Star-Lord names for the Orion constellation. It's also the throne. And then to me, if that's the throne, then that's the entire throne room out up there in space, whatever, in the dome, that the Bible speaks about. They do have to mix truth with lies to get you to believe the lies. I've deciphered which is which. I wish we could fucking hear you right now. Oh my God. I
Hear
want to
who?
hear some videos. He knows what I
Oh,
know.
hey, yeah, I was gonna tell you, Charles, man. I'm about to do a show with this dude. His name is Marco Power, man. I was on a panel with him last night, man. This dude got some real heat, man. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
email him. I'm gonna have him come up on my panel, and he got some real heat
He
because I
talks
learned a
about
whole
this stuff.
lot of shit last night that I didn't know.
yeah.
He talks about this stuff that you were just talking about, right?
But Marco Power, yeah, he talks about this and he breaks down gematria, and that goes back to people
Because
saying,
I need to be sub to you and him. Put your
right?
shit back here in private chat.
Because somebody said we not these physical bodies, but once you think about it like this, like we say, you got a gematria body, you got an etheric body, you got a zodiac body, you got an Eka body, you got an Elka body. When you so-called daydream and you astral project, you have to have a light body. So you technically do have a body when you when you break down this physical matter. When you go into a liquid form or a gas form, you technically still do have a body, right?
Right. Some kind of body of some sort.
You got an Eka
There's more
body,
than one
Elka
body.
body, zodiac body,
Yeah.
gematria body. So when you sleep at night and you go into a different form of consciousness, you still have a body, right?
Yes. Yes.
Bing, bing, bing. Nerds.
Hey, put your channel link here in back chat so that I can get to it from here. And then do you show your subscribers who you're subscribed to on your channel?
Ooh.
Who?
Or do you hide those?
Mike Jones?
Because I need the other guy's channel too. If you could send me one of
Are you
his
sub to my
links.
channel, Sigma?
No, I want to be.
Oh,
And
I
I'm not
don't know how to
trying.
put my link on on this thing. I'm not too tech savvy. It's True Zone Productions.
Yeah, I'll be lucky. If I really, really, really want to find it, YouTube won't let me. That's why I need a link. Somebody in live chat, click his name. Go comment in live chat so there's a recent comment they can get to. Go click his link. Go to his channel. If you got a
I'll
wrench,
do it.
grab that link,
I'll
put
do
it
it.
in live chat.
I'll
I'll
do
just
it.
look at live chat later when it comes back. But put the other guy's link that you mentioned too. What was his name? Say again.
It's called Marco Power.
Marco Power. That sounds so familiar. I think I've heard people talk about him before. I might have even seen a video or two.
No, these are all small channels, you know. These when the bigger the channel is, the more they be agents and shit. Like a lot of those big channels,
Yeah,
those dudes are agents. Like Bill Carson, Terrence Howard. You got to remind you, he's an actor. Who else? It was another guy I heard about that I looked into too. His name is Archie X.
Bill
Bashir
Carson,
James.
man, Bill Carson came out of nowhere.
Let me see this guy's name. What's his name?
I don't know.
I got
Oh,
two
crap.
zones link.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
there
put
you
it
are
up.
again.
I'll put it in the back chat.
You did? I don't see it.
His name
No,
is
I said
Jason
I'm
Bashir.
going to. I'm gonna put it there in 1 second.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to it right now.
All
I just
right.
need few seconds.
Okay. Oops. Do you want the water on this?
Yeah, you can't even know who Marco Power
Okay.
is. Yeah, I got a show coming with him. I'm about to have him up on a panel. I gotta read. Like, he gave me
How
his
did I
email,
miss that?
and we're gonna set up a show. Cause I was on a panel with him last night on Philly OG's panel. It's like an Aboriginal panel that
I
he
think I talked
does.
to him every day. I've been out there a couple times.
Yeah, he really woke. He's smart as shit, man. So I'm saying I got a show coming with him.
I don't think OG cares for me. I think he thinks I'm religious just because sometimes I do mention scripture, but it's balanced scripture. It's only the parts that are true. And he thinks I'm religious or something, and he
Philly
gets mad
OG.
at me. Yeah,
Yeah, I've
I
been going
like
on. I've
him,
been going
but
on panels.
I don't,
Yeah, I've been going on panels over there because a lot of indigenous people be on there, and you know. So I found
yeah,
somewhere I can go. You know, I can get this shit off. But they argue a lot over there, though. That's how my people is, though. They like to argue.
yeah,
Did
yeah,
you
I
used
don't
to
like
have a
it.
channel called True Zone Films?
Nah, bro. Nah, nah.
True Zone Productions.
So
They
y'all
got the
been over there
truth.
on Philly OG's panel before?
Yeah, I used to
I
go
have
over
a
there.
couple times.
Not all the
Okay.
time, not in
Oh,
the panel, but I used to watch Philly OG. I mean, I don't have no problems with the guy. I don't even know him, but
Yeah, it's
I
cool over
just
there, man. I like it over there because he let me up a few times, and he let me up yesterday. He let me speak my piece,
after I
and
heard him say he don't fuck with white people like that, you know, not he could have said it out of anger or whatever. Like, I'm not saying he directed it at me or anything. I just felt some type of way, like, damn, because I know there's a lot of
Philly OG
so-called black
said that
people there.
he said he don't mess. He said he don't mess with Caucasians.
Yeah, he had said it in the video, but I don't know why he
Man,
said it. I
I'm
never
gonna tell you
asked
one
him.
thing, though, bro. I'm gonna tell you
I
one thing
never asked
about us
him. I would like to
indigenous
ask
people,
him what he
man.
meant
A
by
lot of
it.
my people,
Not that I don't think he
a lot of my
hates
people are
white
racist, bro.
people. I don't think he hates
A lot of my people are racist,
all
bro.
white people. I think he just don't like the so-called white people that are racist.
there's a
Yeah, I fuck
lot of
with you, man.
there's
That's
a
what I'm
lot
saying.
of
I'm
racism
like
on
the
both
Alabama dude
sides, but
said.
we are not racist.
Man, you that dude that'll come, Charles. You that white dude that come to the barbecue with us and smoke one with us and kick it with us, man. And you got the ones that come around us that ain't never really been around us. They don't know how to deal with us, man. Cause I've been around. Cause look, bro, I worked at a golf course with all Caucasians. I was like the only indigenous person up there, and a lot of them didn't know how to deal with us, man. Even me per
I don't
se, they
know
didn't
what
know
I
how to
would
deal
do
with
to some. Let's say I went to prison in Cali or federal prison, right? And I would have to, you know, I would have no choice but to go in the white car because I wouldn't go in the. But I definitely ain't joining no gangs, like none of them
No, no.
Aryans or any of that. Like,
Uh,
a
no.
lot of them say the Aryans started off. They weren't even racist. That before all this integration, like separation, everyone was
Well, you
cool.
know
I forgot
what?
when it really started to back in the days, prisons in Cali, all these prisons had reform. They would teach you jobs and everything, and then it just all went out the door. It became savagery.
I do believe it is the word Aryan that you should all research. It just means light.
Yeah.
They changed
Even the leaders said they never started out racist. That came later with other people.
So they weren't
They were never
when they
racist.
had light, but they changed it to racist.
Think about what you just said, racist. We all race inside of a rat race, and they use this terminology, race on us, man. They put this moniker
Damn,
on us,
Tucson.
race. Everybody's racing against each other in a matrix, man, a rat race.
Where the hell did they bury your fucking channel, man? I've been looking and looking. Like, I found it easy last time.
That's what happens to me, man. Somebody please in live chat.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. Let me tell you
Drop
something, Charles.
something in
Man.
the chat. Truth Zone. Put something in the chat so I could just click on it, and I'm gonna have to do it that way.
Comment in chat, and then he can just go to your channel. It's the only way we're gonna find you, man.
I forgot to thank everyone, man, for helping me get to over 900, man. Now I'm on my goal to 1,000.
Congratulations, man. You got 900 subs?
Yeah.
That's what's
Took
up,
me
man.
8 years to get here. 8 long years.
Damn, I was gonna call you nigga. Damn, dude, it took you my bad. My bad. It took you 8 years to get 900 subs?
Bro, I was getting, when they switched YouTube over from the good old days, like I was non-compliant, man. They were tagging me left and right. I was getting like strikes all the time, man, to the point I almost lost my channel one time. I had to fight to get it back. And thank God I fought and challenged it, and I got my channel back. I even emailed back in, I think it was Google I emailed, or it was YouTube, and the lady called me back. I put my phone number. I wanted to speak to someone. I said, this is outrageous. And I was shocked, man. They gave me my channel back.
That's what's up, man.
They found me not guilty of whatever they try to say I did, man. I was fuming. Cause they want to get rid of channels that, are against the agendas. You put something in the chat? I can't find you in the chat, True Song.
He put something in back chat, but we need
YouTube. No, in the chat, in the YouTube chat. Oh, okay, I got it. All right, now I can put your link in the back chisel. Yeah. All you do is go to your channel in the right hand corner. Up at the right hand corner, you got the 3 dots. You hit the 3 dots and you put share and you put copy link.
And then you paste that link wherever you want.
It's in the back chat.
Yes,
hold on.
I'm clicking it right the fuck now. Right the fuck now. It is
Candy
open in a new tab.
Candy had it in the chat. Thank you, Candy.
Thanks, Candy, man. Even though we don't see eye to eye, sometimes I appreciate you, man. I ain't got no, Me and Candy used to be real cool at one point in time. Candy's good people, man. I think we used to be real cool. I think she was on she was on my channel a few months ago. We had a disagreement about something petty, man. That's what happens with a lot of us, man. We get close to each other. We share each other's content on each other's channel. And then sometimes all it takes is one disagreement for us to disagree on one thing that we say. And then we just fall out, man. I felt like with so many different other channels from
tell people, man, like, it's all right to disagree.
But I come back.
It's all right to disagree, man.
If we were all the same, it would be boring.
I think America has been under severe programming and hypnosis. So we're all battling, and plus some of the environments we grew up in, like, in my mind, at 43 years old, sometimes I feel like people are trying to play me, man. I feel like people are trying to talk to me sideways sometimes, but I've learned to just ignore it and let it go. because I really want to react to people sometimes, and then I'm like, it ain't even worth it, man.
Well, see, I started out my life not reacting and just going inside my own head about their insanities. But I have learned over the years to
Hard.
bust them out when they stick their head in their ass and let them know. I mean, the video's even on my channel. Says you can't go around just telling people they got their head stuck in their ass. And then the song is "Watch Me Now," and I make this funny little face.
Yeah,
No,
man, it's
I've
crazy.
learned to tell them,
It's crazy to hear
huh?
people arguing over this truth, man. Like that's what I'm saying. I was on Philly OG's channel yesterday, and a lot of brothers they was over there arguing about
Yeah.
petty stuff, man. I'm thinking to myself, dang, how we ever gonna get anywhere? We can't
Won't
even
need.
come to.
Arguing about petty shit.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that is true. We can't even have a conversation, huh, True Song? I tell people, how are we going to come together for a common cause, man? Because what the
Right.
government's doing, they're attacking everyone evenly. They don't care about your religion, your so-called race, or
Right.
alleged color of your flesh. They don't care about if you're Democrat,
They just
Republican.
Nah,
They
want
don't
you to be on
care
each
if you
other's
got a
throats.
degree, if you're rich, you're poor. They're poisoning the water evenly, the food. They've been
right,
lying to everyone evenly, whether you're rich or poor. They've been using
right.
everyone.
Right, it's
Well,
tyranny, man. Like Prodigy said, it's government
yeah.
tyranny, man. These are we
Yep.
all subjugated to ecclesiastical laws, man. We all subjugated to technocracy, thugocracy,
Mm,
capitalism, imperialism, fascism,
mm, mm,
communism.
mm,
Dystopianism. This what this we
mhm.
all subject to that, man. No matter who, even the animals in the nature, they hate nature just as much as they hate us, and that's a strong moniker to
And we
use
don't
when
even
you're dealing
know
with these parasites.
when we disagree.
Parasitic.
What is it? Mind control happening? Um, because how can we be okay one minute and then not okay the next? I don't know. Is it mind control? Is it even them that we're mad at, or is it the mind controllers? Because they don't want us
Um,
focusing on them. They want us to come at each other so that we won't come at them.
Because when we speak truth into existence, into the ether, we dematerialize their matrix. We dematerialize
Yeah.
this government technocracy, man. We
Yes.
dematerialize fucking transhumanism. This is a nightmare. And I'm saying we're not
Mm,
blaming nobody.
isn't
We
it?
just we don't want to be ruled over no more by no goddamn governing body on our
Right.
foreign on stolen land. We don't want to be governed over no more. We don't want to be paying no taxes. We
Governing
we don't
sovereign.
want to abide by no Mickey Mouse laws. We don't want to be chased down
No.
and harassed in the street by they goddamn cops, foreign troops.
No. No. Preach.
I'm sick of this shit, man.
man,
Yeah. We're done
so
with it
am I.
all.
It gets
Done
old
with it
And
quick.
then they
all.
telling you to go line up and vote if you want to be free. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, come on,
So
use
low.
dominion because they have dominion over this realm, over us. So, of course, they're going to name their voting machine Dominion and laugh in your face if you don't know what that fucking means. It means they are the gods, the lords over you, and they have dominion. So, they could easily just switch the votes like they did last time. And
They,
back in 2008 and 16, or no, 8 and 8, 9, 10, 11, and 2012. 2008 and 2012.
Man,
Yeah.
what if they told, hey Charles, I got a question, bro. What if they told you, say, hey, what if they say, hey Charles, the government came and you say, hey, if you really want to be free, come vote for us.
I
What would
thought
you
they were
tell them?
about to offer Chuck some money, man. If they would have came and said, man, we'll give you $2 million to do that, I'd have said, all right, I'll take it. And then be like, psych, and ran with it. Straight up. I'll take their money, haul ass, juke them. Yeah, I'll do it, man. Send me the money. I want half now and half later, even if I could juke them for half.
Right. I was talking to my pops yesterday, man, and he was telling me, he's like, Kentrell, you need to go vote Democrat. You got to vote for Camilla, man. You want things to change. So we got to put Camilla in there. I said,
Oh,
Dad,
shit.
man.
Tell
Dad. I
your
said, you've
dad
been
No.
this.
voting.
Tell your dad this too. So I'm sorry to interrupt you. Tell him, say, hey, Hey, Pops, man, why are you going to vote for that woman? She's the reason the food prices went up. And then she's promising people she's going to make a change if she's president. Say, Dad, she's vice president now and ain't making anything better. What the fuck's she going to do as president? She can't even do anything now as vice president. She's no good. She's the reason everything was hiked up. And she's sitting there
In the
promising people
Constitution,
she's
it will
going to
never
bring it
be a
down. And she
woman.
brought it up. And people are just eating it up, man. It's like, dude, wake the fuck up.
Bro,
These
my
people
daddy,
are in bad hypnosis, man. I'm telling you.
yeah, my daddy we talked for like 2 hours. My daddy, he tried for at least 30 minutes to convince me to vote Democrat. And I tried telling him over and over, I said, it's an
Democrat,
illusion, Dad. It
damn,
doesn't matter,
go
man.
brother, shit,
I said, it's a fucking
yes.
illusion. He said, well, I've been voting
Ask him
Democrat
that.
20
I'm
something years.
curious to see what he would say, True Zone, you know? Like, bring that up. Be like, you know, say she's the reason because of Biden and her, the food went up. And she's sitting there promising. See, these people
They only
are
say
so
change. I want to
desperate.
point that out. They only say change. They never say what fucking kind. That's
They
key.
don't do shit for the people, man. They're always telling people what they want to hear.
That's what I told my daddy. I said, Dad, I said, man, you've been voting Democrat for 20 plus years. We've been poor all this time. I said, when I was younger, you was voting for Bill Clinton back in the 90s. I said, what? I said, we lived in the hood back then. I said, think about it.
People
I said,
say
think about
that
it.
Republicans are KKK, but if people did their due diligent research, there's KKKs that were Republican and Democrat. It's both sides.
Well,
You
yeah,
know?
because we're surrounded. Yes, they've got us surrounded, basically.
They're placed all over the place. You probably got triple Ks as judges and stuff. My bad, True. So I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead, man.
No, you good, bro. No, you
Listen,
good, man. You gotta get it out. Yeah, because I try to like break it down to him that Krasi means government rulership, authoritarianism. I try to break that down to him. Like I said, Mitt means to govern the mind. That's why they say govern body. And I said, he started talking about Congress. I said, Congress means to take from something.
You
And
know
I
what
said,
I was
plus,
thinking?
exactly. And it had recently occurred to me, because I do fun with words like you, policies, policies.
Yeah, police are following policies, procedures. But look at when I was talking about the countries, and when I looked country up in etymology, it's the Council of the Tree. I think we're literally living on the leftovers of these titan trees that are rotting on the ground. And not only are we probably walking on like giant dragons and dead, we're living on a cemetery of all sorts of dead shit, man. I think from micro to macro, as above, so below. Like when you look at a microscope, you see all them little germs working together.
Right.
That be all on our flesh. Well, we're the same thing as what you see under a microscope. You know? Like, look at this video I got, these ants. This shit is gonna blow your mind. These two ants hug each other before they die. I'm not even joking, bro. It's intelligence, man. From micro to macro is all intelligence. These ants hugged each other. It blew my mind. I wish I could slow it down. Let me see. I hope that I don't gotta dig for this video. Awesome. It's right here.
Yeah, that's
Watch
true,
this.
man. Because I look at ants on the ground all the time, and I'll be like, that's us as a microcosm.
Watch. You're gonna be like, what? Alright. You ready? Check this out. Yep.
Wow, man. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you on the phone so you can slow it down. And when you slow it down, the two ants are trying to get out, and they realize it's closing in, so they come up to each other and you could see them like hugging each other, I shit you not, man, and saying goodbye, and then boop, one dies and the other one floats away.
right? Like you just
It's
said, bro.
wild, bro.
We're macro to a we're micro to a macrocosm. So is the ants. So the
Yep.
ants is a microcosm to us. So we're
Yep.
microcosm to the universe.
Yep.
And I think like you said, as above, so below. We just little germs crawling around down here on this plane of existence.
That's why we're
Everything
called
has a
parasites.
purpose, man.
Not germs. I mean
See,
organisms. I mean.
what people don't realize, fish, I think fish are put in the water to filter out the water and clean it. That's why their gills and they all have a purpose. It's like plankton, and then you got crabs are at the bottom to eat up the garbage that falls to the bottom. Shrimp, all these bottom feeders people eat as delicacies. All that shit's like eating. They're the roaches of the sea. That's factual. It's like eating. If you look at a roach and you look at a crab, they're pretty damn close, man.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
even
nasty,
lobster.
man. Think about it. Yeah, they're bottom feeders. Just like, I think eating any flesh is what we've been tricked into eating, man. It's very detrimental to your whole system in the body. I think our bodies are only meant to intake like fruits and vegetables and high octane water, meaning with minerals and all the good stuff Mother Earth provides. But a lot of the water we're drinking is just dead. It's stagnant garbage filled with chemicals. Even bottled water ain't safe. I want to do an experiment with this bottled water and prove to people that it's very acidic and disgusting, and it's probably just as bad as the tap water.
It is, man. We plant-based beings, man. That's why they call it a planted. A planet planted. We plant-based beings.
We're
We
gods.
match we match nature, man. We're direct emulation of nature, man. So we know we're not supposed to be taking on flesh because
I'm
we flesh
starting to
our flesh.
wonder
Yeah.
about. They always trying to say German people were racist, and I got to get that picture I got of the man with the mustache. He's shaking an African's hand, and the Africans got on the swastika, which is a symbol, the universal symbol, which I think, my opinion, I'm not saying the man with the mustache was a perfect man. He probably did fucked up shit because it was war, but I think, my opinion, that as they do in history when they conquer, there's something. The U.S. didn't win the Second War. That's full of shit. They did not win. They didn't win Vietnam. They didn't win the Middle East.
Now they don't win no wars, man.
The
This
Middle
corporation,
East whooped
they
their
ain't even
ass.
win. They ain't even win the war against us melanated people. You think we've been prisoners of war all this time? They ain't defeat us. When they came here and
There's a
invaded,
They're
flag of the
cutting through it,
White House.
man.
There's a
when they
They're
flag
came
of the
here,
cutting
White
through
House.
it.
when they
It's
came
a
here and
POW
invaded in
flag.
1492, and no, we was the only ones here right before 1492, and even in 1776. The damn Constitution ain't nothing but a contract. It's nothing but a treaty. So that tells you they didn't defeat us. You know, we just
Cat,
got lost at home. We just been lost at home, and that's what I'm saying. Can a dummy man? It's no disrespect, bro. It's all love, bro. I know what you're saying. I should, when you talk about natives, yeah, those are Native Americans. Those are called Mongolians. You know, they sign up to be on the Dawes Road. Those are $5 Indians. Even the ones up there in Canada, because if you do your research and you look at the Aborigines that are from Canada, they dark skinned, they dark complected, just like me, man. Those are facts, man. Those are real facts, man. You know, but you can do your research on that. But yeah, go ahead, bro. My bad. Yeah, man. They ain't won no wars, man. Nah,
Hey, none
man.
of us won the war.
I might have, jumped in my body and, I ain't mean to attack you. I'm just saying, like, you do your research on those on those so-called natives there, man. Those because they look Chinese. They look like Orientals. When you look at them, they look like those Orientals over there in Japan and China. So how can they? That's why I asked myself, how the hell can they be indigenous here? How can they have been here for 40, 50,000 years and they don't look the part? But Christopher Columbus, he said it him goddamn self. The real Indians were dark complected, had hair like wool. They even told you in that raggedy ass Bible That motherfucker, that
Yep.
Messiah had hair like wool and burnt, and skin was like burnt brass. They telling you who the
And
original
when
people are.
they walked, they looked like trees. That's no Indian with light hair or straight hair or a white person with straight hair. That's somebody with a fro. Yes.
Yes, yes, it's the truth, man. They got look at the phenome type, man. You know, and this is not no this is not me trying to do no divide and conquer. It's just the truth, man. You know, I'm here to tell the truth. You know, it might offend some people. I call it like it is. Those are $5 Indians. They not us. I mean, shit. They pay for their identity. Those are really Siberians. They Orientals, man.
Siberian.
They mix with
Ah,
Spaniards, man. 'Cause the Spaniards came here on conquest. I mean, they did a lot of raping, man. What's his name? I forgot his name.
yeah, they did. Lots of raping. Yes.
Forgot his
They always
name.
rape their slaves.
Yeah, man. And I ain't trying to attack
Hey,
nobody.
what's up,
I
DL
tell the
and
truth.
Warren? Fools and Tools.
Oh yeah, his name is Cortez. That was his name. Came over here on expeditions, man, and they did a lot of raping, man. So that's why.
Oh, that's why the Mexicans wear the Cortez Nikes. I heard something about that.
Yes, those Mexicans are just like the Native Americans here. They just like the modern $5
I
Indians.
was
That's why.
just
That's why
thinking that,
they
yo, get out of my head, Truth. I swear to God. Last night, I was watching Dane Calloway. He's been live for like 12 days straight or something. And I started thinking in my mind, I remember when I was working third shift, I worked with this Mexican guy. And I said, you know what, bro? We were eating one night and he was sharing some of his spicy ass Mexican food that made me shit flames. But he was like, we were
It's
talking. I
delicious
said,
going
bro,
into
you
that.
look like the Indians that are on this land. I said, the Mexican people look just like the native tribes. And
yes.
um uh and it's crazy because the Mexicans and natives, from what I hear, some of them don't get along. And it's like, to me, like Sir Drop put out a video yesterday about the word America, that it's a Latin Moorish word. It's not a European word. And Amer means like the melting pot. I'm starting to think America was what they say Egypt, what Africa is. I'm starting to think America was the like
They try
they
to say it
always
was
put this
American. They try
evil
to say
twist on
Americans
everything.
American Vespucci, Italian, but
Yeah.
no, that's not the case. It's
I
really
don't
it's from
think
Amu.
I think, in my opinion, yeah, there's something about, like, I'm not trying to down these native tribes because maybe some of them were here a long time. You know, maybe at some point tribes were
They
living amongst each other in different territories. But
no, they were brought here as slaves. Those Mongoloids, those native so-called native, what those Native Americans,
I
those
don't know
$5
much
Indians, they
about
were
them.
brought. Yeah, they were brought here
Brought
as
here.
slaves, man. Yeah, they were
I
brought
thought
here
I
by
knew.
Cortez.
I
Yeah, they were
thought I
brought here as
knew.
slaves. This is facts.
I thought I
You
knew a
know
lot
what the motto
about
is
Indians
for the
until
Statue of
Dane
Liberty. Bring us
Calloway.
your poor,
Hold on.
bring us your
Until
poor, you're weak, you're hungry, you're starving, whatever. They mean bring us all the ones you call useless and we'll put them to use. That's what it
I thought I
means.
knew about these tribes until Dane Calloway came in the picture. And I remember when I was younger, I told a black guy, he lived next door, he said he was Cherokee, and I feel like a jerk for thinking I knew it all. And I told him, you're not Cherokee. I said, Indians aren't black. And he flipped on me. And you know what? I'm glad I learned that because that always stuck in my mind. I shit you not, that when he flipped on me, I still remember that to this day. I think I was like 13, maybe 12. And that put a mark in my mind. And it showed my ignorance. So I was so embarrassed. When I look back, I'm like, what a fucking idiot I was. Like,
At
what an
least,
ignorant fucking
We
asshole,
always
right?
knew what you were
at least you man enough. At least you man enough to. At least you man enough to say correct your wrongs. At least you man enough to say, hey man, I was wrong. You know, You know what I'm saying? At least you man enough to do that.
Yes.
A lot of people, they not man enough to come back, a woman enough to come back and say, hey, you know what? I was wrong.
Oh,
I did my research.
no.
I went and studied. Now I know the truth. You know the truth now. You know we the real, you know we the real Indians now. You overstand that. It's just, you know, I ain't trying to convince everybody. As long as I know what I know, man, because I do my research and I can trace my family back, man. That's all that matters, man. You know, I ain't here to convince the world. You know, the truth got to be heard. So the truth, we in the age of truth now. We in the age of enlightenment. So everybody has to know, man. Shit, them are fake ass Indians, man. They not us.
I wonder though, you know, I wonder where we came from, and I always wonder the truth. Like, how did this place always been, you know? Like, what? Because they've rewritten history, and I know they've written people out of history, you know? Just like Germany. Like I said this a billion times, but I never knew Germany was Deutschland until someone from Germany told me this, and I said, motherfucker, no wonder I couldn't trace my ancestors back completely, because Germany is a fair newish name. And then when you look into history, there's black Germans. I'll use the word black, or dark Germans. I'll say that because I don't like that black and white shit. There's dark Germans, dark Irish, dark Chinese, like in all these corners of the realm. There's and then when you look back, Latin was one of the main languages spoken. So it's like, what the fuck is going on here, man?
Right. If you look at an original Mexican, a real Olmec, or Olmec mean Olmecs, Old Mexican, they darker than me, man. They got nappier hair than me. Not
I
those
really hope.
not these Mexicans you see nowadays, them real light skins. Those ain't real Mexicans. I'm talking about them dark with afros.
I really hope that this
Yeah.
place wasn't filled with all dark people, and then we came from somewhere else and did their land like this. Because I'll
Man,
really disdain all my so-called ancestors. Even though I don't think my ancestors had anything to do with it, but still, I would be highly disappointed in these pieces of shit for even more.
hey Charles, man,
Well,
I'm gonna say one thing before I go, cause I gotta run, man. I got a lot of jobs I gotta do. You right, man. Dark melanated people, neuromelanated, dark people with afros and woolly hair. They told y'all in the Bible, the Messiah. We're talking about the Messiah, they're talking about the original people. Yeah, this was an all melanated, dark complected realm at one point in time, 7,000 years ago to be precise. Yes, that's true, man. You can ask all world scholars know this,
they
man. Yeah,
like wool
this was a
bronze
melanated planet
skin.
at one point in time. Nobody else was here but us, man. I'm telling you the truth, man. But yeah, it's not your fault.
They
You got to think these
even
people.
brought us in from other worlds.
Yes, outside of the ice wall, they were brought here from different
Yes,
places.
from other
We came
realms.
from
Yes.
Valhalla. That's where we came from.
Yes, man.
This is where they put, this realm is where they put all the ones they've turned into slaves and lab rats.
If anyone wants to help me out,
But I'm gonna hit your
I'll write
cash
it
up later on when I finish working, Charles, man. But I gotta get up out of here, man. I supposed to be left an hour ago, man. Thanks for having me on, big dog.
Thank you for
anytime. Man. Have a
staying.
good day. Have a good day, True Song. A productive
Like,
day.
Much love, Tucson.
And,
I'm subbed to you already, dude.
if anyone
peace,
would
bro.
like to, peace. If anyone would like to help my channel out, man, I hate writing my Cash App and stuff. I always usually have it here, but
Yeah,
if anyone
across your screen.
wanted to help out, it's always in the description.
Yeah, underneath. Yeah. A lot of people don't know to look there. Still.
I always could use a few dollars for when I'm at work. I got 2 long weeks to wait till I get paid, but it's gonna be worth it. I always hate starting new jobs. That's one of the main reasons I hated starting a new job is the first 2 weeks. But it's all great. It'll fly by, especially when I'm working.
You know, these weeks have been flying by, man. It's crazy. Like 1 minute it's Monday, the next minute it's fucking Friday. It's like, where'd the week go?
Yeah, I got to end up taking a nap for a little bit. It's gonna get, as soon as I get used to, it'll be time to probably switch back to another shift. Watch, that's how it always works.
What shift are you on now?
3rd shift. painting
Oh my
college,
God, that's the shift my
college.
husband is on. That's why I'm
It's
finding it
not,
hard to
it's
go
not
live
that
on my own
bad.
damn channel.
The reason why I like third shift, like when I worked for DACO, it was a pretty good job, except in the winter time, because we would do 46 buses a night, and not school buses. These were coach buses. Some of them had toilets in there, and we would have to pull them into the garage, and there's a hole in the ground where you dump the poop and the pee um, out of the bus. Like there's a
Or
whole
the potty.
crew cleaning these buses. You got one dude cleaning the seats and sweeping the floor. Then you got 2 or 3 people doing the windows. Then you got someone pulling the bus in, and then you got someone outside because the machine only gets. You got to do the front bus up to where the door opens up on these buses. You got to go from that front wheel around to the other front wheel because the machine only goes anyway. Then you got to check the engine, and it was a good job working for DACO Bus Company. It's a big bus company in the Northeast. Yeah, work is overrated. What up, JG? Man, I wonder what happened to JG. I was like, man.
Because they make everything cost money, bastards.
Hey, what's up with this guy coming from Hawaii, man? This guy who allegedly tried to take the Trump and Nutter out again. I don't believe none of that shit.
I know, like, come on.
They're
How many times
trying
are
to
they going to
implement
do
more laws
this?
against us with this. There's something fishy about
Ugh.
it, man. Like never in the history.
Yes.
And that's why that guy, what the hell's the name of his channel I was playing earlier? Face plant. What was his name? Truth. No, I can't even think, man. What the hell is that channel's name? Anyway, the guy's good. He said, look at the people who assassinated the presidents in the past. John Wilkes Booth, and who's the other guy? Harvey Oswald.
Shit.
It was
Harvey,
John
yeah.
J. Booth,
Oswald.
and then the other guy had a triple name too. Son Oswald.
And they didn't
And this
miss.
guy, yeah, they didn't miss. But they're just
They
something
didn't
to this,
fucking
man.
miss.
It's all theater, and they're gonna implement more laws because they know people are getting tired of their shit. And Trump says
Yeah.
he's gonna if he finds out this one cheated and helping the election, he's gonna put what's his name in jail. I forgot his name, but how can anyone believe Trump? He said he was going to put the Clintons in jail and clean the swamp. He did none of the above. All them people are
None of
still
the
free.
above.
Obama, the Clintons,
Three,
Bush,
he only
all
got
these
3
people that
years
committed
instead of
treason.
4 because he
He's
handed
a
it
piece
over to
of
FEMA
scum.
last year, but he still didn't in 3 years throw
Oh, yeah.
nobody in fucking prison.
I forgot about that. It is a 6-hour difference. I'm waiting to see JG put up some dope videos with some tricks. I've been watching some skateboarding lately, man. I'm intrigued on how these people flip the board in the air. They be high as shit and they're fucking flipping the board. And I'm intrigued on how these people jump off of high steps and manage to keep that board under their feet and still land like so smoothly. Like, cause people think skateboarding's easy. It's not. Believe me.
I broke my right
Skateboarding is
wrist
not
skateboarding.
easy. Huh.
Well, fractured it, which is worse than a break. I was pre-teens probably, or a tween, a young, early tween teenager, when I was practicing my skateboard in the street, ran into a pine cone, came to a dead fucking stop, and used my hands to stop my fall. Probably would have been better if I just would have turned and landed on my ass. But it happened so fast. Yeah, I tried to get into the skateboard thing. Didn't go well, but I could do tricks on bikes like crazy. Stand up on the seat and stand up and put my arms out and direct the whole entire bike, both wheels, just by
Two
leaning a
hours.
little bit. I never really wrecked on my bike doing that, but the skateboard was my downfall. Literally.
Any donations? Let me check now. Probably not, but I'll look anyway. Oh. Interesting.
Okay.
Who was this?
Columbus was a character in a false history narrative. I do believe that is true. Yes.
Come
Canada.
on. What's going on here? Oh, shit. Canada me. Plant your face. Buy his helmet. Andy Anderson. Yeah, Lucid. Thanks for that. Yeah,
he was
JG was telling me about
Italian.
Andy Anderson. That's wild you bring that up. Thanks. Yeah, Andy Anderson's a fucking beast. I could ride bikes. I was always good at doing like tricks on bikes and using the front and back brakes to do endos and all types of shit. But when it came to skateboards, I remember I was in 5th grade and I told JG about this, the incident. I was at this kid named Sean Towns, I think his last name was. He lived the street over. He was this darker kid. Not that that matters. His name was Sean. And I was skateboarding in his driveway, and his driveway went from tar to stones. And I'm fucking dipping on the driveway, and as soon as it hit the stones, I flew off the board. It just stopped right under my feet, and I flew forward and landed on my face. And it just, I got lit.
No, you don't land on your face. That's the worst place to land.
And that's when I said, this isn't for Chuck, man. Nope. I'm sticking with bikes.
Bikes. I'm with you. Bikes. Fuck a skateboard.
Let's see what this is. That's awesome, man. We need that. We need to bring free energy back, man. I'm sick and tired of these people thinking they could just do whatever the fuck they want. These motherfuckers are gonna pay, man. Their fucking time's up, dude. Look at this in 1890, Paula. This is Germany in 1890, where it was destroyed, being bombarded with bombs, that fake-ass war. They used the soldiers to demolition all these beautiful cities. Look at this train. It reminds me of the Superman ride in Six Flags. I'm gonna pull up videos of the Superman ride because that's where they designed this from. They designed the Superman ride from this. Yep.
Look how big those are and that little person walking there. Why would you need something that big?
Because of the taller
Unless
people
you
that
were
live there.
Yeah.
The giants.
Those are huge.
I mean,
now the buildings are smaller. Yeah.
I mean,
some doorways are bigger still.
Man, look how beautiful this place was, man. And then it was this bomb.
They don't like it when it's beautiful. They bomb it all to shit. They like it ugly. Cold and ugly.
They like it to where everything looks like a prison. That's the sad part.
Exactly. They don't want it to look like a paradise. They want it to look like it is a prison. Prison planet, prison plane, prison realm. It's still a prison, whatever you call it.
I'm going to show you guys the
find a way
footage I took of the moon. When I took footage of the moon last night, Paula, I watch Sugar C's channel. Sugar C's is the one who sent me those crystals, man. I love them things. She sent me the same crystal All I did was describe the crystal one time to her, and she got me the same crystal that was stolen. That was my mom's. It was my favorite one. How she did it, I have no clue. But anyway,
She paid attention. She listened to you when you spoke.
She introduced to me, when you use a camera, you can see the energy in the air. And when I was recording the moon, you could see the energy interference in the atmosphere through the camera. It'll show up as static. I learned that through her technique she uses. Everyone should check Sugar Seas out. She had a good channel. She's a real chill person, man. You know, she's very calm and chill.
Share me her link, 'cause they won't let me find her if she's a chill person, a good person. They won't let me. Like you tried to find truth and fucking wouldn't let you. And I was so happy you sent the link back here. Thank you, thank you.
Is this thing gonna load or what, man? Come on, Troop Zone, yeah. Here we go. Damn, I thought I could pause it. Watch, when I zoom in right here, you'll see interference. Right here. Boom.
Wow.
Boom. Yeah.
Static looking stuff.
With the interference.
Somebody has a good question. I thought it, and this person said it out loud. JG said, what kind of camera
That's wild,
they filmed that with? That's a good fucking question. Because that was a pretty smooth camera for way back then. It was like drone footage. It was like drone footage.
It's been colorized too.
Is that what you were thinking, JG? Drone footage? Like it was a drone flying through there?
They colorized this.
You're leaving,
This
J.
is
Phillips? You're not
black
going to come
and
in?
white.
Aww.
They probably had a projector in there. Some old ass camera. Yeah, I gotta jump off of here too. I gotta go do a bunch of stuff. Yeah, Lucid's been working a lot, man.
Yeah.
Peace forever, love 774.
But he has to go. Bye.
And peace to that which is. Peace, Lucid. Have a great day, bro. Let's see. I looked at the full moon last night. No way in hell the moon is fake.
Yeah, yeah. It's a real thing, whatever it is. It's yeah.
Yeah, it ain't fake. It's there, whatever it is. But
I don't think it's solid. Periods did eventually sync up with it, probably.
Yeah, I don't think it's solid at all.
The tide and whatnot.
It's not solid.
But yeah, I know. Sometimes it seems like you can see through it too.
You can in the daytime. I've seen stars go through it. Flat Earth Nation disagreed with me on that, but I respect his perception because he, looks at the moon way more than I do. You know, that's what he does, man. That's his crap.
His thing. That's his thing, yeah.
I respect what he says because he's always looking at it. But me, I still don't agree with him. But I respect what he has to say for sure because he puts the work in. You know, he's not someone that is putting up a front. I go to his live streams while he's, I try. When I see him live, I'll go, and he's on the spot. He's up all night sometimes recording. Because I'll catch him at 4 a.m. when he's finishing up. And he's probably been recording all night. Saturn, Jupiter. I like in the winter time when Venus is out very bright. And especially in the morning time. Like now she's going to start making her, I think, around this time, like October. I started writing this new rhyme.
Real quick, I want to answer a question. for
$20.
JG. Who's the new chick? He says, who's the new chick? The new chick is not technically new. I've been here before, but I went away for a while and I'm
That's
back
Paula.
now. Yep, that's Paula, Sigma
All that bull.
female. I've been Everything's a PSYOP. I've been Phoenix Rising. I've been Fire Phoenix. You may know me by some of these names.
I said, continuous vibration, always in motion. Conductor of energy like salt in our oceans. Alchemical sorcery. Shut your bike the fuck up. Tired of them dusty ass bikes going up and down the street. All that noise.
Dude, we
Lucky I
don't
don't
hear
have
it, but I
no
know what you mean. Yeah, it's
BB rifle.
terrible.
I shoot them in their neck. I said,
Ugh,
continuous
yeah.
vibration, always in motion, conductor of energy like salt in our oceans, alchemical sorcery, elixirs and potions, polka dot shrooms, got my third eye open, deep in my memories, bending time and space, my brain has archives, digging into crates, reflect on the past, sometimes I have to numb the pain. Chill, I'm about to destroy that. I'm about to go
You
in.
need to get an AI app that will create the music to go with your lyrics, and you put in your song title and you put in your lyrics and you tell it to make you a rap video, and it will put music to your words, and then you can upload it to your channel and we can actually hear it with music too. That was good.
Well,
I
I'm
like
putting
that.
it down to music. I shouldn't have said that, but I'm amped up about it. I got a couple beats I'm working on now, but it's gonna take a while. I'm not putting this out till it's perfected. It's not all the other ones I play to me sound crappy, and especially the one where I said it's a cold April morning under the constellation Aries. The moon is 85% under the luminaries. That is one of my favorite things I wrote, but my ad libs on that is so terrible. You know, I was just fucking around, but I'm tired of fucking around. I want my songs to be crystal clear, and you know, a lot of those that you hear, I mean, actually not a lot, all of them, I did in 1 and 2 takes, and that's it. And I wasn't satisfied with them. I'm not blaming Sir Drop, but Sir Drop made a good point. He's like, it's not like we're in the studio. We don't have the equipment to make it really. I mean, he's got points, and it's not like I'm putting it out to make money off of it. It's just, but yeah, from this point out, it's masterpieces I'm making. No more of this fucking half-ass shit.
There, I can see it only getting better as you fix it. Yeah, that was good stuff.
Shit, JG's living his best life, man. He's chilling. Good for him. I'm happy to see people doing good. It makes me happy to see people in a good mind state or in a good position to live their best life. Because why live miserable, man? For all we know is we got one shot. As a matter of fact, we only have one shot because no one's ever proven that they've come back again. People have said it, but
Well, you know, my first memory was, wait a minute, I thought I escaped this place. How did I end up back here again? And how do I get back out and stay out? So I know that we can be here more than once just by that alone. But what matters to what we're saying is we're here now, and now is the time, and now is your chance to live your best life now, even amidst all the bullshit that's going on. That's the challenge, is to try to be happy while you still fucking can. You don't want to build bad karma on you either, in case you do come back. So, yeah, live your best life.
Shit. That's it, because I have another line for the womb. Hold on. Now I'm going to bring it out, because I thought of it this morning. Where is it? I wrote it down in my notes. I said, in the cycles of 9 moons, tuned into a frequency growing inside womb. My mother was a goddess. I said, Aries, arise, the crown, opening the 7th seal. Man, I'm about to. These are all notes I'm taking. Wait till I piece everything together.
Nice.
Mark basket. Pass around the basket, Mark. I need donations. I'ma donate you a penny, boy. You want a penny? Man, people should listen. If anyone have children that are heading down the wrong path, I'm about to buy this book called Blood on the Razor Wire by Chad Marks. People should look on YouTube for Blood on the Razor Wire, and if people have children in their teenage years fucking up, listen to this guy's story. All he did was sell crack, man. And he got caught with, I forgot what type of weapons, but they smoked his boots because of this law they put out. I think it was Reagan or Bush or one of them. And he wasn't even selling a lot of crack at that, man. And they gave him 40 years. He served, I think it was about 30 years, and he just got out. Like,
Damn.
I forgot how many months ago. Yep. He got a book out, and he does the audio book, and I mean, I told him in the comments, I said, bro, you've mastered, like, writing a book. He's painting a picture. The words, like how he pieces his book together, you can actually, you could paint a picture of being in prison, how he describes everything. That's how good his book is. And I'm very picky at what I read. But this book, just the audio book, I'm gonna buy the book to read it on my own. I gotta go to I forgot what bookstore on the internet, but yeah, I advise parents to let their children read. I mean, people think federal prison is this place with golf courses and shit. I couldn't believe the shit I was hearing. How they would be shanking people up, man. I mean, just imagine, let's say, I like to tell people, like, to really think, like, because I've been in positions and in prison, and like I said, I'm just grateful that I've never been to a level 4 or 5. I've been to a level 4 county prison, but I've never been to a level 4 or 5 prison, you know, for violent murderers and shit. And I've been in county with murderers, but prison's another ball game. I've went up the way, but it was to a medium. So, man, anything under 3 years, you go to a medium, but yeah, man, and I'm not that I couldn't handle myself. Who wants to live a life like that? I'm grateful. I learned from my mistakes, and I was able to get a second chance because, you know, I listened to Mark's story. He started out just like me. Started getting arrested at a young age. He was put in these places just like me. I was fucking 14 years old when they locked me up. I did 2 years. I came home when I was 16. And I didn't learn then. I wasn't even home 6 months. And I violated my parole. I was 16 years old on parole as a youth. And I violated it and was put on. I got arrested for possession of narcotics and a lot of stuff. I was in a raid. I was fucking 16 years old. I thought I was finished. That was the beginning of my adult fucking jacket. I was starting. And I would violate and violate and violate. Probation is such a setup, man. In my opinion, you're better off taking the time and getting it over with. Probation is just a setup, man. It's a setup, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's
Everything here
terrible.
is a setup. I ain't shit. If you haven't seen the YouTube show, it's like a documentary. It's called Illegal Everything. They've made technically everything illegal. And so they could literally, with the swipe of their pen, make you, you know,
I
make you go to
fucking,
jail and be doomed.
it was never ending, man. I swear I would violate, I'd get arrested, right? I'd be on probation 3 years. I kept giving dirties. They would lock me up, I would come home. They'll reinstate it. Then I'll get arrested, catch another charge. Now they're gonna add another year on my probation and start me over again. And it's like,
oh my God.
it
So
got
they
to
just
the
won't even
point
let you
where
go. Wow.
I remember I did, I think it was 120 days. I came out, I started the probation, and I was pissing hot. And the lady goes, well, next time you come in, I'm going to have to violate you. And I never went back. Dumb bitch. I fucking went on a run for almost 2 years.
I don't have to come in here and pee.
And when they caught me, they wanted me to do, I think it was like 4 months again and start out and reinstate it. And I had 2 years in 2 different cities. They had separated my cases again. And I said, you know what, man, just give me the time. I took my 2 years and left free. They wanted me to start 3 years probation all over again, you know? And I'm like, nah, man, I'm not. Nope, just give me the time. I was already in about 3 months, you know? I said, fuck it, I'm already in, man. Let's get this over with.
Yeah.
You know, to me, probation, I mean, people could do probation, don't get me wrong. But me, I wasn't trying to, I couldn't smoke weed. You know, I wanted to do what I wanted to do. And when you want to do what you want to do and you're involved with papers and the law, it never works out.
You see, I wonder how much money they made off of you.
A lot.
JG said. Yeah, exactly.
I crashed a car. And the guy in court, right, it was a piece of shit. It was on his front lawn for sale. And yeah, I was drinking and driving. But you know what saved me? When I crashed, I got out the car and ran. And they couldn't give me a DUI. They just gave me an invading. Because by the time I left the scene and I went home, it was so far away that they couldn't prove I was drinking and driving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never admitted I was drinking and driving either. I said, nope. I said I wasn't paying attention. I crashed my car, and it was like, why'd you leave? And I said, I got out, man. I was trying to get help because it was around the corner from where I lived, you know. And I said, I just went home and I started drinking. I was so mad I crashed my car. So that worked out, not staying on the scene. But yeah, the guy tried to fucking get me, man, for a lot of money for that piece of shit. And thank God the judges looked at the pictures of what it looked like before I hit it. And he said, man, this piece of junk ain't worth no $3,000. He's like, you'll get, I think they charged me like $1,200 restitution I had to pay for that piece of shit. But I never finished paying it. I did time instead. I told him to go
I'll do that. It's cheaper. Jesus.
They make a lot of money off prisoners in prison, man. It's a business.
Yeah, they turned it into a business.
They feed
just
you
like
nothing.
They turned us into a business too.
It's terrible in prison, man. That's nothing to boast about. Like, people who like going to prison and who like bragging about it, there's something wrong with them, man. There's nothing cool about prison. Like, who would want to think that's cool to live in here and eat slop and fucking, and then put drugs in your asshole. Like people, they call it a suitcase when they gotta shove knives up their ass. I would never do that shit, man. Like,
Hey, JG came off. Hey.
type of life is that? These rappers always glorify prison and drug dealing and all that. They love glorifying killing and drug dealing, right? And they act like they're so gangster and shit. But these rappers get arrested and they're the first ones telling. Always talking about someone's ratting. And they never tell the youth what comes with all this drug dealing and killing. When they're sitting in the cell doing life, they never bring that part up, but they love to glorify it. Yeah, all these poor youths, man, 15, 16 years old, being directed wrong. And now there's a lot of youth that are 15 that are never coming home. Their whole life's gone. They're only 15. 15, man. They'll never see the day of light again to be free. That's wild, man. When I think about that youth, the judge could have gave him 10, 15 years. At least he would have a chance to learn from his mistakes. Even first offenders that are 15 are getting life in prison. They're never coming home for murder.
It's like glorifying AIDS. You know, oh, I got AIDS. Yeah, I got AIDS, man. Shit, I got AIDS.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm tough as nails. I'm hard as nails, man. I got AIDS.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah, that's what they used to package the Kool-Aid to get past your immune system.
That's the world we live in. They're glorifying everything.
I've got syphilis, and man, nobody's got syphilis like me, man.
Awesome, bro. I want syphilitis.
Yo,
I'm
it's like
sorry that you were dealing with that.
Like Trump.
I'm aware of this. Yeah.
It's like Trump when he boasts about like doing time, and he's like, nobody can do time like me.
Mm.
You know that's how fucked up they get your mind. They get your thinking.
I used to think like that, bro. I used to say, man, like, it didn't really hit me. I thought I would have learned as a youth, and I didn't even last. I don't even think it was 6 months. I think it was less than that, and I was already going down a dark path. What really made me think was when I got out of doing my 2 years, I came home in 2007, and I said, enough's enough. When I came home a free man, I didn't have to report to no probation. I said, finally. I think I was 26 years old. I was on probation from 13 all the way to 26, nonstop. I was on papers. In and out of prison, probation, always having to answer to someone. And finally, I was a free man, at 26. And I got in trouble a couple other times after that, but nope, I don't play that shit, man. All it takes is one mistake and a fucked up judge and your life is over.
Yeah, Chuck, you remind me of this kid Frankie I grew up with. Frankie got locked up when he was 18 and he disappeared. So for a long time, like, he's just gone. He's still alive, but like, people just forget about you, you know? Like, you get locked up at 18 and then you're gone for so many years. It's like,
yeah, you're forgotten about.
You're forgotten, but like, you just don't exist anymore.
Yeah. Like, look, I remember in the beginning it was sweet. I had this chick would send me money a little bit here and there. She was sending me magazines to read. I was getting letters from people. About 7, 8 months in, I started hearing stuff about what this chick was doing in the streets. I started calling her Slaba Naba. And when she came to see me, I told her, don't ever come see me again. The money stopped. Letters stopped coming. People they slowly forget about you. And I would get mad, and then I would think, why am I mad at them? It's my fault. I'm in this shithole. I was all getting mad at other people like it was their fault. Peace, Smoking and G Sharp. AK, what's good?
She's
That's
out there
called project.
She's out there slobbing on knobs and giving you the profits. That's a great girl right there.
Yeah. It's kind of my fault. It's a long story. I don't feel good about it, but whatever. Imagine sitting in jail and getting a letter from your brother, like your best friend, telling you this shit. And I just respect him for him telling me. Now, as far as her doing that, whatever. To be honest, I didn't care. Like, at that point, I was only worried about the money getting sent. But I ended up getting a job anyway. Damn, that's terrible working in prison too. You make $25 every 2 weeks. But at least I got out of my cell. Damn, we're making $1.75 a day. I was mowing lawns and weed whacking the prison. In the
You
winter
can
time,
feed
we would
Africa
shovel.
for $1 something a day. Yeah, according to those stupid commercials. Yeah.
Nowadays,
That's
they
how they
make
were
good
treated.
money in prison. Federal prison, Chad was saying people are making $100 a month. That's pretty good.
Well, that's
Fuck
only
prison.
$25 a week. So
Yeah, fuck prison,
or
man. That
4
shit's for the
weeks.
birds, man. There's nothing to glorify about prison. There's nothing to glorify about selling drugs and destroying your community. You
It's all
know.
a trap, man. It literally all is a trap.
Yep. They sell the drugs. It destroys your community and creates endless cycles, and they profit off of all of it. You get hooked on the drugs, they got methadone, Suboxone, all these answers. They got places they could put you in and profit off it. They profit off of the people, them arresting them for selling the drugs, putting them in prison, making money all sorts of ways. These people, man, they got it
Well,
all.
they're
It's
the
all
ones that
a
brought
trap.
it in. They're the ones that brought it in, and then they put it out into the communities, and then they know who to go bust.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta bounce, guys.
The cops are drug dealers, and so is the government. They're the
Yeah,
biggest
all
drug
of them
dealers.
are. And they use the pharmacies as the actual dealers. Yeah. But I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'll see you next time, whenever that is, if I'm not sleeping.
All right, Paula, thanks for
It was
coming up.
nice at least. Thank you. It was at least nice to talk to JG for a moment. He's new for me. So yeah, but
JD's
until
been
next
coming
time.
here a while now. Have a good day,
Much love.
Paula.
You too.
Peace to AK, man. What's up, AK? You find that gold yet or what?
Peace. Yeah, I mean, this is like one of my favorite dive bars is, you know, your panels.
Oh, wow. It's only morning over there?
Yeah,
Wow, the
man.
sun is just cracking the horizon. So you plan
5:41.
on living there for a while? Hawaii's dope, man. That place has got to be like paradise, man. Is there any pineapples growing wild over there or anything like mangoes or?
I don't see any wild pineapples. I've seen coconuts, but the pineapple, I don't see them anywhere.
How about those islands? Is there many like different islands you can like sail to or?
Yeah, there's I think there's 8 islands, right? But then just looking around and looking at the maps, you'll see these like real small islands you can actually like, you know, surf out to, or what are those boards people are using? Paddle boards. They're paddling out to these like smaller islands, but
Man, that would be dope to do that, you know.
a lot of
Explore.
miniature islands, you know, just like people
I would
they
go
go.
exploring and shit. There's a lot of sharks too. That's another thing I'd be nervous about. Pacific got a lot of sharks.
Yeah, I don't fuck.
I don't think sharks are as aggressive. You know, they make like sharks aren't that aggressive, man. Unless you're fucking with them or bleeding, they're not gonna fuck with you, really. You know, it might nibble on your toe, mistaking it for a fish, but
yeah, surfing's a gamble out here. I mean, surfing in general is a gamble because you got sharks and
yeah.
fuck, man. Think about how many times like surfers get lucky. Like there's a shark right next to them, they don't even fucking know about it. You know.
Become a Scooby snack.
Yeah. Fucking local died out here from, well, I mean, many locals, but I've seen a couple things on YouTube.
Is Fetty bad out there?
These locals get chewed up by sharks, man.
There ain't no drugs out there. They're not getting high. For real? That sucks.
And weed out here, weed out here is still looked at as like it's fucking fentanyl. Like weed out here is still looked at it like it's like, you know, a bomb.
That's wild. Because you would think the tribes there would smoke.
Well, it's crazy because they got the perfect climate and weather to grow weed out here.
Oh yeah, some hydroponics.
But it's still,
what
you know.
happened to hydro? I remember this chick I remember when I first, in 1994, I think it was. 94, 94. Yeah, it was like 94, 95. Right before I got locked up. I remember smoking this hydro. She had it in these vials. She worked at like this biological place. And she would take these vials. You know, like green leaves used to come in a green tube. Well, they used to have these cigars that would come in a glass tube. I don't know why, that don't matter. But these blood vial tubes, the guy would fill them up with hydro. This real light weed. It was growing with water, and it smelled so. I mean, the stuff was banging, immaculate weed, and this stuff was hard to get back in the 90s. Like when I was 13 in 93, I remember smoking that shit, man, and it was like a treat because Connecticut only had like swaggy doo-doo, and I mean they had good swag, but hydroponics, man, I wonder whatever happened to that stuff.
Best weed I had growing up was called Hawaiian Gold. The fucking nug straight gold from Hawaii.
Gold? You're talking about Acapulco Gold?
Nah, I mean the dude told me it was called Hawaiian Gold, and it was fucking banging shit, like the best weed I ever had. I was smoking tons of weed at that time, and I took 2 hits of this shit, and I was fucking fried. It was quality stuff, but I wonder where in Hawaii it was made.
I've always wanted to smoke chocolate Thai, man. I never got a chance to smoke that chocolate Thai.
Never heard of it. Not made, but grown.
Yeah, there's some shit New York people were doing. Like, I don't know what they were mixing with it to make chocolate Thai, but it tastes like chocolate. Piff. I remember they had this stuff called Piff, and it would get people so high. And the word around the street was it was some good bud that was crossbred with poppy plants, and it was literally black. The weed was like black, purple, gold, and reddish. It was weird, man. The hairs in it, but it had a lot of black and stuff. And like I said, the word on the street was that shit was crossbred with heroin and stuff. I mean, this weed was so potent. That's all people wanted to smoke was Piff, Piff, Piff. That was like 2002, around that time. I remember I used to get this good weed from Jamaicans, man. And this dude named Jack Upton, he passed away, but I remember this dude, Jack Upton. I used to get 4-finger half ounces, I think it was, or quarter. Yeah, half ounces. Quarters or 2-finger, if I'm not mistaken. But
I
yeah.
used to get an ounce, dude. I used to get an ounce of weed for $100.
Yeah, that was about right. Yeah.
And this was like 2007, 08, 09, and it wasn't like middies. It wasn't full of seeds. You know, it wasn't some bullshit. It was actually decent weed for $100.
That's how much it was in fucking the 90s. I remember I used to get a quarter for 20, 25, a half for 40 or 50, depending who you went to see, and ounces for like 90, $100. But if you bought more, like quarter pounds, and fucking the price would go down. But I got a quarter pound one time, and I shit you not, I bagged it all up in nicks and dimes, a few quarters and stuff for people. But yeah, I was trying to be greedy, man. I wanted to make the most out of my money, but they were chunky ass dimes. I called them ravioli bags.
That's how you make money.
Yeah. No, you know, I shit you not. It's 2024. I ran into the guy the other day in Hartford, and homeboy was selling dimes. I said, damn. You don't see that no more. I remember I could go to the spot with $5, right? You could go there with 15 bucks and get 3 dimes. I know, wait. My bad.
Well, the thing with selling weed nowadays, you just got to find a couple customers that'll pay you decent money instead of doing the dime fucking nickel shit.
Yeah.
That's working harder. You know, you got to work smarter selling weed.
Yeah, you're better off selling like weight and getting it gone quicker. You know, just
Yeah, you sell to some Jewish chick that'll give you $400 for fucking. You'll make $400 profit off of nothing.
that's your best bet.
Yeah, we gotta get cage.
You gotta meet people with money. You know, like that's what people used to do where I'm from. They would go to like Avon or these rich ass towns and triple charge people.
Right, $60 a gram. You know, you got to find those dudes.
And they'll pay it because their parents got boatloads of money.
That's what I need out here, man. I need some weed.
I'm pretty sure the locals, like when you go into the Hawaiian people, are very territorial with their stuff, like you were saying. That's why I wasn't shocked when you were saying it. And I don't blame them, man, because look what these pieces of shit have done to them, you know? Imagine living in peace on your island and some white pieces of shit roll up on boats. They're trying to take your shit over. They're slaughtering your people. No wonder. We got to reap what those pieces of shit sowed. That's why I can't stand these fucking scumbag white people.
Well, I mean, everywhere you go, it's the same shit. You got locals out here that are lazy and they just become haters. You know, I overhear what people are saying about other people. I've had a couple issues out here, but it's the same shit everywhere you go, man. There's just like crabs in a barrel everywhere, and some people are just fucking not trying to make money. They're stuck. They're, and if they see you shining a little bit, they're just gonna try to fucking dehumanize you. You know, they're just trying to.
Now I can only imagine how they feel, JG, after they were burned out of their home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't blame them, man.
Well, fuck, man. I was telling this bus driver the other day, I'm like, dude, we're all being fucked, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're all being fucked. If you're Hawaiian, if you're Asian, if you're fucking Micronesian, Irish American, Italian, it doesn't matter what the fuck you are, we're all being fucked.
But yeah, let me jump off of here, man. I gotta
school these locals. I gotta school the locals out here on the Jews. You know, hey, you want to see who the real problem is? The real problem is the Zionists. The real problem is the fucking Jews, Judaism.
I agree with that for sure. I definitely agree with that. They're a huge problem, and especially the video you sent me. That really opened my eyes to stuff I didn't know, and it was shocking to hear that. I said, I knew it. I knew they were funding them. I knew these bastards were lying, trying to make my German ancestors look bad. They were the ones doing it, not the Germans.
Well, it's just crazy how babied Israel is. They're treated like babies. You know, little baby, you know, had a bad accident. You know, a seagull came down. Nah, I'm not gonna say a seagull, but the Jews get the victim card, man. Like nowadays, it's like, who's?
They get the circumcised card.
No, but nowadays it's like the victim card is so strong. Like the victim card is so valuable, you know. And the Jews got them. They got the strongest fucking card, you know.
That is true.
They got the ace of the fucking victim card, you know. They got the headies of the victim card.
That's wild. I never really looked at it like that, but that's true. Because if you even say anything, you're anti. You're a what is that called?
Anti-Semite, which doesn't even exist. Yeah. Why it doesn't exist? I always say this because Israel, it's all a fantasy, fucking fairy tale. So anti-Semitism doesn't even exist. If it's all about a fairy tale, right? You got people out here literally in some fairyland, you know. Then anti-Semitism doesn't even exist. You know, if I'm out here and I believe you know, I'm trying to make a good comparison here. If I'm Peter Pan, I'm not even gonna go there. You know what I mean? It's all fairyland shit. These people really believe in it. They really bought the bullshit. And then if you expose them, or if you're not for them, they'll be an anti-Semite, which doesn't even exist. It's basically saying, hey, you're anti-fiction. You know, if you don't like this religion, you don't like these people, you're anti-fiction. That's basically what it is. It's nonsense, man. Like anti-Semitism and being racist. Well, you know, racism's. I'm gonna stop, man. I feel like talking about this shit. I'm getting too worked up, Chuck.
Yeah, fuck them people. But yeah, let me jump off here. I gotta fucking go do this. But thanks for coming up, JG, man.
All right, man.
And peace to everyone in the chat, man. Thanks for coming by, and I'll check you out next time. Man, it was good for JG to come by. He get me amped up with this fucking. You gotta put some more of those videos, JG, man. I gotta find that guy's channel. Damn it, I should have had you drop the link in the back. So I'm gonna go to that guy's channel. But yeah, next time I have time this week, I will be going live again. But I appreciate you all. I hope you have a great day, man. And if I ain't too tired, maybe I'll go live in the morning for like an hour or something. But check you out next time. Have a great day. Peace.